Hello and welcome to my channel. In this tutorial we're gonna do this stitch, a very easy stitch, 2 rows repeat, very easy and goes fast. Well, it might eat some yarn. I think you can do with this stitch a scarf, a blanket, a hat if you like. So many things you can do. The sides are pretty much okay. Okay, this stitch very easy and goes really fast. We're gonna chain multiples of 6 or multiples of 3 plus 2 more. So the stitch, I will say multiples of 6 plus 2, and after you chain multiples of 6 plus 2, you're gonna chain 3 more. I think it's better if I just say multiples of 6 plus 5 more. So I have multiples of 6 here and I'm gonna chain 5 more. 3, 4 and 5. Now we're gonna skip the first 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the 6 yarn over the hook, into the 6th chain from the hook. We're gonna do in there 3 double crochets. So 1, go back again into the same chain and do the 2nd double crochet, and you go back again to do the 3rd double crochet. And no matter how many chains you have, this is the row that we're gonna do until we finish this one. So we're gonna skip the next 2 chains, and in the 3rd yarn over the hook we're gonna do 3 double crochets. So 1, so 3 double crochets into the same chain. Again we're gonna skip the next 2 chains, and in the 3rd we're gonna do 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, let me put this a little bit closer, and the 3rd, yeah. And again yarn over the hook, we're gonna skip the next 2 chains, and in the 3rd chain we're gonna do 3 double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3, and you're gonna be left with 2 chains. We're gonna skip the next chain, and in the last chain yarn over the hook we're gonna go into the last one and do a double crochet. Each time you finish the row you're gonna chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, turn your work. And now yarn over the hook, we're gonna skip these 3 double crochets here, the first 3 double crochet, and in the space between the cluster of double crochet, into this space here we're gonna do a double crochet, chain 1. This is one of the rows that you're gonna repeat. So yarn over the hook, and we're gonna go back into this space between the first cluster of double crochet and this double crochet. Into this space we're gonna go in there and do a double crochet. Okay, yarn over the hook, you're gonna skip the next 3 double crochets into this space here between the clusters. We're gonna do a double crochet, yarn over the hook, and we're gonna go back into the space that we skipped before this cluster of double crochet right there, and we're gonna do a double crochet. Oh, did I chain 1? Have to chain 1 after we do the double crochet. Then we go back into that space and do a double crochet. So we're gonna skip the next 3 double crochet, and in this space we're gonna do a double crochet, chain 1, and we're gonna go back into the last space that we worked between this cluster of double crochets. Yarn over the hook, we're gonna skip the next 3 double crochets, and at the end here into this space between the chain and the cluster of double crochet we're gonna go in there and we're gonna do a double crochet, chain 1, yarn over the hook, and we're gonna go back into this space that we worked before, double crochet, yarn over the hook, and we're gonna go into the 3rd chain, 1, 2 and 3. So we're gonna go into that 3rd chain and we're gonna do a double crochet, chain 3. It's gonna look like this. So now what we're gonna do, yarn over the hook, You see we have the crossed double crochets here, so you're gonna go in between that space where the double crochets crosses over. So in this space right there, we're gonna do 3 double crochets. So 1, go back again into the same space and do the second double crochet, and the third, yarn over the hook. We're gonna move to the next crossed double crochet, and in that space here we're gonna do 3 double crochets. So this is one of the rows that you're gonna repeat. There are only 2 rows repeat, that's it. So you're gonna put in there 3 double crochets, yarn over the hook. You're gonna move to the next crossed double crochet, and in that space where they're crossing on top there, 3 double crochets you're gonna put into that space. So go back again for the second and the third. So now at the end here, you're gonna have to find the space between the right there, the cluster, not the cluster, the crossed double crochet, and you're gonna put in there 3 double crochets. Yeah. And you have the chain here. You see I went right in between the crossed double crochet. So we have here the chain 3, so yarn over the hook, go on top of the third chain on top there and do a double crochet, chain 3, turn your work, and now we're gonna repeat the other row. So again, we're gonna work first. We're gonna skip this 3 double crochet. We're gonna go into this space, do a double crochet, chain 1, and then into this space between this double crochet and the chain and the cluster of double crochet. So yarn over the hook, skip this 3, go into that space and do a double crochet, chain 1, and we're gonna go between the space between the cluster of double crochet and that double crochet at the end, and we're gonna do a double crochet. Again, we're gonna skip the next 3 double crochet into the space, the next space we're gonna do a double crochet, chain 1, and we're gonna go back into the space that we worked before and do a double crochet. So we skip this and we move to the next space, double crochet, chain 1, and we're gonna go back into this space here and do a double crochet. Again, we're gonna skip these 3, and in the space between the chain 3 and the cluster of double crochet, we're gonna do in there a double crochet, chain 1, and we're gonna go back into this space and do a double crochet, and we have the chain 3 in which we're gonna put in there a double crochet, the top chain. Okay, and you're gonna chain 3, and you're gonna repeat the row with the 3 double crochets. Looks like this. So now in the space between where the double crochets crosses, yarn over the hook, we're gonna put in there 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. So again, we're gonna move to the next space, the X, the double crochet crossed, and we're gonna put in there 3 double crochets. So you move to the next and into the space between the double crochets, the crossed ones, we're gonna put in there 3 double crochets. Okay, and now the last crossed double crochets here, and we're gonna go into that space and do 3 double crochets. And the chain 3, we're gonna go on top of the third chain right there and do a double crochet. And now we're gonna chain 3, and you're gonna repeat, which you're gonna skip the first 3 double crochets here into this space, double crochet, chain 1, and go between the double crochet and the cluster of 3 double crochet, do a double crochet, and then you move to the next space and you go back to this one, and so on. It's a very easy stitch, it's fun. It's a little bit, depends now. I worked this with a 4.0mm crochet hook, but this yarn recommends that I should use at the most 3.5. And I'm sure if I was to use 3.5 would be a little bit tighter, not so many spaces. But if you like open work and all that, to have a stitch to do something with open work, I think will be nice. So this is the stitch. So, well, if you like to work with this stitch, give it a try. You might like it. Yeah. Well, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.